right, hello. Welcome to Grim and Perilous Plays, Grim and Perilous Studios. What's the correct nomenclature, Adam? Do we plays or studios?
Well, the channel is Grim and Perilous Plays, but the
Okay.
the entity is Grim and Perilous Studios.
Okay. Welcome to the channel Grim and Perilous Plays for the entity known as Grim and Perilous Studios. We are playing Heart, the City Beneath tonight, and we're apparently going to get up tonight to both Trouble and Steven's mom. So that's the plan for tonight. As I heard, as I was walking away, those jokes, and that was hilarious, Jeremy. So anyway, yeah, we're playing some games tonight, and we'll see how long it takes them to drive me nuts and regret my decisions in life. So with that in mind, let's do some introductions and start with Adam. Adam, who are you playing?
Hi, I'm Adam, and I am playing Esme. And we're just going to go on a wonderful adventure today, just like we do every day. It's amazing. I have my friends with me, and we'll get through anything.
Okay, yeah. Optimism is a good thing. So yeah, sure.
Just be positive.
I think I hear Garblag calling.
Yeah, it's weird. I'm getting a text message. It's like, hey, Jeff, you want to play in anything else tonight? Yes, please. I think Bert's running a game. Maybe it's too late for me to hop into a Cyberpunk game. Next up, Chuck. Chuck, who are you playing?
I am playing Lucius, the heretic clergy of the meat tree. And I do stuff and things. And I've got a piece of wood now that I can touch on doors that makes the door not open anymore.
Okay. You have you use wood to lock a door? Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. It's
So
like
you
the
got like a
opposite of a
wedge.
lockpick.
You just wedge it in there.
Like a doorstop.
Oh.
Yeah,
Your
okay.
It's a
Doorstop?
doorstop.
You've got a
That's what it
doorstop.
is.
All right.
Okay.
And missing last time, but back tonight, we've got Mike. Mike, tell us about Dante.
Dante is a drow hound. Like he was missing last time. I guess he had, paperwork. No one likes paperwork, but you got to do it. So, yeah.
Yeah, it's true. You always got to fill out those reports.
Mm-hmm.
Is that what we said? You're doing paperwork. That makes sense.
I think that's what you said. Like, Dante, he's got some paperwork. He'll catch up to you guys.
He's a hound. He'll track you guys. He'll be fine.
Right. It's fine.
I didn't realize that they were gonna tunnel out of where they were in a route that I didn't expect. So we'll see how we come across Dante tonight. It should be fun. There's a lot of new. What is it? The cover page for the TPS reports. Just
TPS reports. No one likes them.
Got 8 different bosses, Bob. Beg your pardon? 8? 8. Or is it 9? I can't remember. Anyway, bottom row, we got Jen. Jen, tell us about Zelina.
Zelina is a elfier witch, and she missed out, and so she just kind of hopped into the episode last session and made really quick friends.
Yes. You just Dante tapped out, you tapped in, and everything went fine. Now probably regretting everything, tapping in. So okay. I'm watching chat. The meteor, the better. I don't know what that's in reference to, but let's just keep going. And we've got Steven. Steven, who are you playing?
I am playing Zenobe, the junk mage. And Zenobe is junk mage. Imagine like a D&D wizard mashed in with like some sort of steampunk artificer. Basically just a hoarder. Anything he comes across magical, technological, he puts it in his bag.
Mm-hmm.
He wears all black. He's got like the big black wizard hat. He's got long hair that covers most of his face that is just constantly wet and dripping. And he's got a couple pocket mice that he has named Zenobe, and the other one is named Zenobe.
Okay. Just a touch of arrogance, I guess, right? Just a little bit. Naming both of them after yourself. That's great. I know what one of your beats is, and I'm guessing I know what you're gonna name something else. Is that Is that where you're going? Is this a preview of what you're going to name the?
It might be a preview.
Oh God! All right, that makes sense. And then finally, we got Jeremy. Jeremy, tell us about Malik.
I'll be playing Malik, the Gnoll Penitent Cleaver, large, grizzled, and learning not to spend so much effort in attempting a rescue within this group. It would seem we need to just go right in and kill the thing.
Yeah, there's definitely some people were saving, some people were running, some people. It was an interesting moment.
It was fun.
It was fun. Yeah, it was definitely fun. So I did a new thing because I was cleaning up the map. So I switched over. I actually got a map screen now. So in Heart, they give you these like this hexagonal grid maps. Because every time you delve throughout the Heart, you can sort of make your own. There's not like one canon like layout, and the Heart's constantly changing. And so they give you these little images that you can make. So I actually started cleaning ours up a little bit, and I have where you're going planned out, obviously. But beyond that, it's just sort of some sketch things. But Bleeding Hollow is over here. There's this yellow one right there. It looks like a house on a cliff. And that's your home base. It's where the meat tree is. You remember you went down to that temple. You went down that long kind of ancestral stair that went downward towards that temple. And then you most recently you were in the Machines of Dust, which if you recall, and you might not, but you at the Bleeding Hollow, there's a bunch of sabotage, and the Haven's Spire Black oil, like their supply was destroyed. That essentially is the stuff that fuels the factories, the arboreal machines and stuff that keeps the meat tree tended, street lights, ovens, everything. And so there was kind of an exodus that was happening as a significant portion of the population was leaving, and you all were besieged by the leadership of the Haven to head on out and see if you can collect some. You get a lead about a Spire Black refinery called the Essentiel, something like that, and you are trying to get back before too many people leave and like the meat tree withers. And so one of the routes that you were taking was through the Machines of Dust, where there were these memory-stealing cultists of some kind of creature called the Hungry Deep. They lured a few of you in. I think it was actually Lucius who they managed to lure in with some promises and such. Stole some memories, tried to beseech you to give even more, but you all managed to resist. Fight ensued, and you won. But then the whole place was kind of starting to crumble, and that's when Lucius prayed to the meat tree, gave up his pecs, and a tunnel was magically burrowed down, and you all plopped down in some kind of corridor. And when you looked around, you very quickly realize that you are on these old, kind of withered, cursed tracks of the defunct Vermissian network. So, and that's where we'll pick up. Now, for those who don't know what the Vermissian network was, it was basically, and I would say most of you would probably be vaguely familiar, like your characters would be vaguely familiar with what it is, and it's essentially was a attempt to create kind of a subway system of sorts to travel across the Heart, so to go down, across, but also other modes of travel. And it was this huge undertaking that just went terribly, terribly wrong. But there are still these places that are left over that haven't been completely subsumed by the Heart. And so you are apparently in some kind of corridor, and you're looking for your way to Spire Black Factory. You do know that Spire Black Factory is there's a station, like it's connected to one of these stations. So perhaps by delving through here, you might be able to find where you are intending to go. All right, let's get some, Trapped in a Giant Machine. Let's do that. Let's see that music right there. So you all plop down. With the exception of Dante, you can see around you there is, think of it very much like a subway station or a subway tunnel. There's a couple different tracks, some of which are kind of gnarled. You can see a few on the wall, kind of like vertically on the wall. Others are on the ground. You can even see there's one on the ceiling. Another one kind of curves off to the side and seems to sort of disappear into this half flesh, half concrete wall of some kind. You do see this old kind of rusted, worn, grimy sign that like has an arrow to it that points to Hang Station. Like it's like Hang Station in that direction, right? And you knew from when you left Bleeding Hollow that Hang Station might be en route to the refinery. So you guys are in the middle of nowhere, and you need to delve out of here. So I feel like we're going to be starting up a delve. But if there's anything anyone wants to do now, heal up, rest up, any kind of prep abilities that you have before delves begin, now's the time to do them.
I do have a question. Last session, I took some major fallout where I had a group of like followers, basically, but that was in the virtual realm, and then I got violently ripped out of that. Did that translate into the physical realm at all?
Oh no, you still have them. They're still there. They're talking to you right now.
Like in my brain, or are they physical creatures?
There's about a dozen voices that are kind of arguing with.
And I can see them following me?
Yeah, you can see them. No one else
okay.
can, but you see them, and you can hear them talking to you at the same time.
Fair enough.
Yeah. Perhaps you talk back too. I don't know. It's up to you.
Oh, I'm absolutely talking back.
But you can see that
it probably isn't surprising most of you guys.
Why did your friends do such a terrible thing? The Hungry Deep. Oh, how could they possibly do this to him? Oh.
Friends is a little bit much. I know them.
All this is out loud, by the way, so everybody else can hear him.
But you travel with them. You chose them over us in the deep. There will be retribution for this choice.
For the rest of you guys, Zenobe would constantly talk to his pet mice anyways. So this may not necessarily be something you pick up on or not, but the conversation sounds a little bit different than it normally would.
A few of them get right up in your
Zenobe
face and are
just
screaming at you too, by the way, about this. It's very distracting.
All right, calm down.
Don't tell me to calm down. What kind of person kills a god?
I didn't do it. I was happy to stay asleep. They ripped me out of it. They're not my friends either anymore.
Then kill them. Yes, we should kill them right now. You're powerful, are you not?
I'll definitely take that into consideration. I'll put it on my to-do list.
One at a time. Kill one, blame it on the other, and then they'll kill each other.
Now, Zenobe.
What? I can't hear you right now. They're talking too loud.
I'm just going to get started with the communion.
I know you like to pretend we're not friends, but we'll let you have your little.
I know the lady with the bug. She just talks a lot. I can't get her to stop. I'm sorry. Yeah, I'll kill her first if I kill one of them.
Yes, that is a good idea. Kill her. She's far too cheery for this place.
You'll die first if you come after me.
I'm just gonna get my breech loader pistol ready and like kind of signal to Esme, like kind of back behind Zenobe, and be like,
"He's just talking." Lucius, perhaps you might assist me with the communion.
I can do this.
Yes, do it now while they're not looking. You can take two for one. They're not paying attention. Now.
Like in your ear, screaming as loud as they can.
Patience. I'll kill him on my own time.
Fine. But don't wait too long. Or maybe it's you who goes first. Yes, maybe there's room for just us in here. Yes. Maybe someone new needs to be calling the shots and taking the reins.
What do you mean in here? There's plenty of space. And I look around the tunnel.
And then like you hear like they start having their own conversations.
He's not very bright, is he? Yes, that makes him a perfect candidate. Perfect. So much room in here. You can really spread out.
So I am just fascinated with where we are. I've always wanted to visit a Vermissian Station. And oh, do you think it still works? Like, where do we need to go again? What's it called?
Busy
Are you asking
communing.
me, or I wasn't sure?
Yeah.
Sorry.
I was
I
asking.
thought
the
you were in.
group.
I thought you were in character. My bad.
Yeah, I'm in character. I'm asking the group.
I don't know, but I've prepared you a drink if you'd care for it.
A drink.
Of course, communion,
Oh,
if you would.
of course. I mean, why wouldn't I? You're so nice.
There's no reason not to be.
Yes, I believe that myself very much.
I like you.
Thank you. I like you too.
I don't think there's any benefit to it being a crit, but basically it's just everybody gets the hunt skill and +1 to any stress inflicted.
Okay. Sure. So you roll. I'm trying to think. So is there like an extra? Do they get like a D? Do you have to do any kind of roll to give them like a D6 or D4? Like, do you give them? Is it just, or is it flat?
It's just basically I get one check before we do the dive, endure and curse, and if
Yeah.
I succeed, I give everybody hunt, and any stress they inflict is +1.
Okay.
So,
Crit success will say take +2.
Ooh.
so are there are there multiple ways to go in here?
Yeah,
or is it
you're in a
just one way?
corridor. Yeah, you're in a corridor. You can see that there's like this old, again, there's this old grimy sign at like this. You're basically like a T intersection or near enough to one. So there's essentially 3 different ways to go. You guys fell from above. But you do see that there is one sign that seems to be pointing towards Hang Station, which is one of the stations that was referenced in your route. But you can tell that there's other words and such that was on, like, but like the grime on the sign is like too much. Like, it looks like there was other things above Hang Station. Like, it's not necessarily the first stop, but it's like multiple stops in that direction.
Well, I think we should be going to Hang Station, but I just want to make sure of a couple things first. So I'm going to take out my dimensional barometer, and I'm going to start walking down each corridor just a little bit of ways and then hold it out to see if I can gain any readings. And all I'm trying to do is, if I sense some sort of other dimensional like energy coming from it, I know that's not the way to go.
Okay. So, I mean, I don't know if just because you're getting other dimensional energy, that would necessarily mean that's not the way to go.
Okay.
I'm not sure if that, because the way the heart works, there's all sorts of these different, pocket dimensions pop up. There could be fractures and things here and there that you might have to pass through. So it's like, I'm not sure if that's not necessarily a deal breaker sometimes,
Okay,
especially
so
when it
that
comes
way
to the
we could-
Vermissian.
Yeah, that way we could make a more educated guess just knowing. Because I have this equipment, I'm trying to like find a way to narratively justify its use.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay.
Like if I have a weapon, a narrative way to justify its use is to try and hurt somebody or something with it. But yeah, it's kind of difficult with the dimensional barometer sometimes.
I mean, you can tell that like in the direction where the Hang Station the Hang Station sign is pointing, your barometer seems to be almost like it's broken, as it seems to, the readings it's getting are kind of off the scale in some fashion, as if it's sensing something in sort of a other or multi-dimensional fashion from that direction.
Yeah, to be a little bit more clear, I'm wanting to make a roll against this delve if we're on one to go.
I wasn't sure if
forward.
we were done yet. I wanted to make sure everyone had a chance
okay.
to do their whatever. Everyone good? No more I wasn't sure if there's any
Does-
healing, because when you do healing on a delve, by the way, that you stop to rest to do it, and it increases the resistance. So
I
if
get
anyone
you.
wants to do that kind of stuff, you should do it now.
Yeah.
before you
Does
start.
anyone have any mind or blood fallouts?
I think
So I think
Mm.
mine resolved.
I just
No
have
fallout,
3
no.
in blood.
Okay. Oh, I do have a minor mind fallout. I'm gonna lead a little prayer. Anyone who wants to join in us, join with me. It's fine, but it's mainly for me, you know. And I spent all of 30 seconds thinking up of a great prayer for the meat tree. Let me pop this out so I can actually look at the camera while I deliver these holy lines of text. Terrible. By the bone branches providing structure, the sinew which gives strength, through the blood that flows through us all, the dirt from which we grow, a gift from the hearts, the flesh of the fruit warm and nourishing. May the meat tree sustain us. May the meat tree provide for us. May the meat tree live long and tend to the future. May the meat tree guide us. In the name of the flesh, the bark, and the growing flower, sirloin.
Okay. So
No, I'm not gonna kill him while he's praying.
That would be the perfect time, and it would be suitable, because we were in Holy Communion when they killed us. Only fair.
Lucius, you sort of feel tightness on your chest where your wounds were, and you look down and you can see that the tissue is beginning to sort of like grotesquely restitch itself.
Nice.
And it's like almost like in a time lapse fashion. It's like you're already being sort of rewarded for your devotion. Okay.
truly excellent, Lucius. I can see now
Thank
why
you.
communions have been going so smoothly with your assistance. I'm
They have.
truly grateful for your help.
I'm glad I can provide assistance. It also helps that I've killed most of the non-believers, but that's neither here nor there.
All right. So, Adam, why don't you roll? Tech would be the most useful domain, and I think, discern could work. I'll take delve though if you want to do delve too.
Well, I have all of the above.
Okay. So, yep. Go ahead and roll that, and it is standard.
Okay. Just plugging all that in.
As the delve begins. Critical success. Okay.
Ooh, 12.
So,
Oh, wait, no, that adds to stress. Got it.
right. So, critical success, which means you're going to be able to output like double. You're going to do doubles. You're going to deal double stress to the delve to progress. But kind of going back, the barometer you see reacting in a way you've probably never seen before. And it specifically kind of points in the direction of the T section that is going towards Hang Station. But you can tell that there's something is peculiar. Something is afoot up ahead in terms of dimensionality. Like there's something that, some kind of pocket or some sort of vortex nexus, you're not really sure what, but it's unsurprising, especially considering knowledge of the Vermissian, how it's not just any train station, that they used various magics that they imbued into the walls, into the tracks, into themselves, and that they were trying to navigate the heart, not just physically, but they were doing so in this kind of, in a way that transposed just the physical material plane, so to speak, but also trying to shift through other dimensions to try to almost make arrival in places that you wouldn't normally be able to arrive in. And so you would think that you were likely at a fairly significant place, but also you get the sense that you're delving deeper into the heart as well. And mechanically, that would be you're shifting into a deeper tier.
So see that? As I point to the like constantly shifting barometer. That's new. So we're going on an adventure. We're going deeper than we've ever gone before. This way delves deeper.
Excellent.
You excited?
Yes.
Yeah? You excited, Lucius?
I am
Luscious?
something. Yes.
All right. Let's go, Zelina. You too, Zenobe.
Kill this one quickly. I'm nauseated. I will vomit
You
all
guys-
over your brain.
You guys would, those of you paying attention would notice that when Zenobe like goes to follow, he would like do a sidestep and then like a shimmy sideways, like he's going around someone before walking forwards.
So 3 and 4 is 7. Really poorly.
Well, why are you rolling? Why are you rolling
Didn't you
2d6
want-
and doubling it?
No, I thought. By rolling double you meant roll twice. But
Yeah,
so-
either roll 1d6 and double it, or roll 2d6s. So
Yes,
either
I
way.
did. Yeah, I rolled 2d6 and added
Yeah, so-
2 to each one. Right?
Oh yeah, that's
Isn't that
right
how
for
it
the
goes?
for Jeremy
Yeah.
for Jeremy's thing. That's right. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I forgot about that. Okay. All right. So you begin kind of shifting down this tunnel for a ways. Very, very dark. There's no ambient light anywhere. Occasionally you hear the sounds of like a distant car, like a train car moving past, a whistle, like all of these different things that are kind of consistent with trains of some kind. You feel like a shaking in the earth as well. And then you come to what looks like this intersection of about 6 different tracks, all coming in different directions. You smell what seems like smoke, like someone's cooking something, and you look and you see at this intersection, you see there's a group of people that are kind of lingering about, and they're all kind of standing around what looks like this big old tin drum, fire kind of pouring up out of it, and there's some strange like heartbeats on some makeshift spigot over top of it, and you see amongst this small kind of crew of vagabonds here, you see your friend Dante like in the darkness, kind of like just looking down at some of his tracking materials, kind of staring around. And so you've managed to find each other in this weird network of tunnels beneath.
Will you please shut up? You talk more than Zenobe.
If you would
Oh,
just...
who's that?
Just kill them. If you kill them, we can get into their heads and we don't have to be inside of yours.
Zelina doesn't know what to think of Zenobe. And so I'm just going to quietly stand behind them everywhere they go. With my blade in hand, of course.
Do you need a shoulder to lean on, Zenobe? You suffered some head trauma earlier.
Yeah, I think I would still have like the syringe or whatever it was, like the cable like hanging out of my skull too.
Yeah.
I'm sure you're fine. I'm sure you are. But if you need to take a breather, it's okay. There's no shame in it.
What? Are you talking to me too? Who is that up ahead?
That's Dante. I know you've asked his name many times.
Why are you all so interested in me? Why won't anyone just stop talking to me?
Because
That goes to you too. And I just turn towards the wall.
I'll flag down Dante.
Okay, everybody. He looks like he needs a little alone time, so let's just leave him be.
They mock you. You don't even see it, but they mock you.
I think he needs a nap.
He
treat you like
needs
a child.
more than a nap.
Condescension now, too.
You just said that I was dumb. You're all condescending.
But we have tangible proof for you inside your head. It is very empty in here, devoid of complex thought and emotion.
I have very, very deep, complex love for the drowned queen. I resent that notion.
The drowned queen. And what do you think they will do to her when they find her? They will do the same thing to her that they did to the Hungry Deep. You know this.
They wouldn't dare.
Yes, they would.
And I just turn and I glower at the rest of you.
Zelina Glower is back.
So Dante, you've been wandering these tunnels, trying to track them down. Like you've been you took the path that you were supposed to take,
Right?
Right. And we'll say that you've been on the path by things have been going fine, but you've come to two things of note. Like you found this strange intersection, but you've been leaving this intersection and then like finding your way back. Like you're kind of stuck here, and so is everybody else. So that's what everyone's kind of talking about here. Like they all look a little lost and tired, because every time they go down one of these different 6 corridors, they'll travel for a few hours only to wind up back here again, even if it feels like they're traveling in a straight line. And you can see that like not only that, but along these paths, like there's like this strange kind of occult graffiti that sort of gets everyone a little confused and distracts, and periodically it kind of glows, and so there's a lot of concern about that. And the other thing you would have heard is that apparently there's rumored to be some kind of technological god beast that sort of blocks the path, as assuming you all communicate, that kind of blocks the path towards Hang Station. This huge, like, strange, like, techno beast that seems to like consume like asphalt and concrete, and is just sort of very aggressive towards anything that comes close to it. So those are the 2 rumors I'll just say you have gotten about this area.
Yeah, I'm gonna share that with the others. So, how did you get here? Because I went the right way, and I didn't see you, but I got here first.
We became slightly distracted and joined a cult for a very short amount of time. Murdered the entire cult.
I wasn't a part of this. Shut up.
Luscious is a wonderful tunneler.
I made a tunnel that got us here. But these arcane runes you talked about on the walls, I would like to inspect those, see if maybe they...
Yeah, perhaps there's writing on the walls that we can determine.
Okay. So this is going to be a discern test skill-wise, and then it would be occult for domain. Discern occult.
Okay.
And this can progress the delve.
Standard?
Standard, yes. So go for it.
Do you want
usually
assist?
if unless I tell you otherwise, it's usually going to be standard.
Okay. Yeah, an assist would be great. I have discern, but I've for a heretic, I for some reason haven't taken occult. So yeah, an assist would be fantastic.
Oh, I can help.
Wait, occult? What is that under? Or cursed, maybe? Oh no, occult is
It's domain.
Occult is domain.
I don't have occult actually.
I do. I love the occult.
Yeah, the difference is sort of like cursed is actively harmful. Like it's always going to be harmful, whereas occult isn't necessarily that. It's like, sort of like witchcraft magic, etc., but not inherently harmful towards you.
You like the occult. Esme loves the occult.
Success at a cost.
Okay. So, Lucius, you get up and you start moving throughout this intersection. You kind of take a few steps down some of the tunnels, and as you're trying to make some sense of these runes, and multiple times, like as you get close, you can see they suddenly illuminate, and right when it appears as though you're going to get like some some hint, some semblance of information, some direction. It's like luring you in. It winks out, and you see like down the tunnel a little further in this direction. It lights up again, and you keep kind of moving past and moving past, and eventually, however, like you see a pattern, and you realize that this was likely some kind of some sort of warding that was likely done to help some of the Vermissian engineers better navigate these tunnels, but it's been so left like unattended. Like these wards have not been properly like cared for over time, but you're able to deduce it. But it takes a significant amount of time for you like wandering about, and as you come back to where like the group is like huddled in that Nexus area, catching Dante up upon what happened at the Machines of Dust, you look around and you realize you've lost some things. Like you're kind of going through your belongings, and some of your supplies seem to have gone missing. Go ahead and roll a D6. It's a D6. Let me double check. Yeah. No, I'm sorry, D8.
Okay.
Take
4
4 points of supply stress.
That's for us too, because we assisted.
I have 5 in supply right now.
All right, so I will roll a D12. So this is, I'm gonna checking for Fallout.
Yeah.
D12. What's your total?
Right now, total supply is 5.
No, it's total everything, I think.
Oh, total everything?
Yeah.
8.
You're still good.
11.
11? Okay.
Yeah. I've got 3 in blood and 3 in mind.
Oh my. Okay, so I think that was one of your, first of all, that was one of your beats, right? You said
Yes.
take supply
Take
stress.
minor supply fallout.
So go ahead and check that off as you got that done.
I didn't ask for help, silly.
You did help me. So did Zelina, because you both said, I have it, and so I checked your names.
So
No,
like,
I
yeah,
meant,
the three of you are probably
okay.
moving up and back, and you're the ones who probably lost some things along the way.
Esme, sometimes I get a little too involved in what I'm doing.
So I'm going to use my ability of In the Blood and allocate this to Echo instead.
Sure. So this is going to be, I'm trying to think of, I'm sorry, I'm just looking at the Fallout list for supplies, what you might have lost that we could work here. Yeah, we'll just do spoiled. A resource you're carrying is destroyed. It degrades into uselessness, is revealed to be fake, breaks in your pack, or scatters on the ground. Remove it from your possessions immediate. So you just so that's it, and then you're good. You're no longer suffering from it.
Okay.
So just pick something. Pick a resource that you're carrying.
I've only got 1 resource, so yeah.
That's the one.
Very
However, you did
cool.
succeed. You did succeed. So if you don't have any other thing to roll, you can roll a D4 and then add +2 to it from Malik's communion.
And what does this do?
This is for advancing the delve. Because you did succeed.
Oh.
You just
Okay,
succeeded
cool.
at a cause. Yeah. Okay.
I got a 4.
So it takes a while. You ask for help, but you manage to deduce that there's sort of like a timing system here. It's like when you see certain messages begin to imbue, like if you time it right, but something's happening where you're going down one tunnel and somehow it's like shifting where you go. And if you don't leave at the precise time, then you won't actually travel down the tunnel that you think you are. And this kind of speaks in some ways to the way that the Vermissian was trying to work. It's not just, again, about physical translocation. It was also about some sort of other extra dimensional thing. And so you work that out, and it takes a while, but you manage to kind of find a path that kind of leads in the direction of Hang Station.
Okay.
Now, travel on it is once you figure out the code, the pattern, it's not too difficult. And you all travel for a couple more hours, and it's again, once you've figured it out, you're shifting tracks here and there. There's split tunnels there. There's T sections here. There's turnarounds there. Eventually, though, you notice that, like, moving forward, you start to see a lot of damage, like structural damage to the tunnel you're in, more so than you've seen elsewhere. And as you all move forward a bit, you see this almost like a blockage in the middle of the tunnel up ahead, where it looks to be near some kind of train platform, and that the platform has been like kind of ridged and rent free. And as you get a little closer, you realize there is this massive, like, metallic creature with these strange kind of fleshy wires that seems to connect these different mechanical parts of their body, like torso to the strange domed head, these 3 arms that kind of extend outward, and it's just like wrenching these huge scoops into the ground and just bringing them up to what looks like some kind of grinding mouth, and it just chews through like metal, and you see there's bones all scattered about as well. It's likely the god beast the technological god beast you had heard about, Dante, that seems to block the path forward. Now, you would know that you could probably maybe work your way back. You might be able to stealth pass, but you also would know that if you have to come back this way later, taking this beast out could open up a connection. So it's kind of an optional thing if you want.
I'll look at Malik. I assume that's the alpha of this area?
Oh, yes, quite clearly.
I think we should take it out. We plan on getting stuff back. We'll be laden. It'll be harder to get around.
It is true. Just because we resupply this time does not mean the city may not need more later.
Mm-hmm. I think we should try to set up some sort of ambush. Got any ideas?
You know, I had a lot of success with these exploding acidic frogs recently.
Oh, yes, you mentioned that. That's interesting. Use that as a distraction and then attack it.
I wonder if we could convince it to let us by.
I mean, I'll point to the bones. I don't think it negotiates.
Well, yeah, but I mean, it's eating. It's hungry. Maybe it's trying to eat because there's something wrong with it. Like, maybe it just needs to be fixed. Can I tell from here if it's suffering any damage?
Not from here. You guys are pretty far away.
Okay.
If you try to, you're as far as you can get without me requiring a roll of stealth to get any closer.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
If you are truly concerned with this, I would be willing to scout ahead and try to observe it. I do not think this to be the case, and I think we have a better advantage to act now.
Well, if it is, truly never going to let us by, then we don't have any other choice. We would band together and we would take this out. But perhaps it's just hurt. Perhaps it's, just needs some help. I mean, I've seen you eat things to make yourself better.
Very well. And I'll take out that thing that I ripped out of the dude's head last time. I'll kind of shove my thumb into it and kind of energize his fingers as he does. Normally when he does the claws. But as he does, like, this oil will just start pumping out of it more than what should fit inside of it. And he'll start smearing it on his skin to make himself kind of turn pitch black with a new talent that I have. Because I learned how to sneak.
Nice.
Oh.
So domain's going to be tech. And then I guess it's going to be, what's it called? Sneak for skill. So.
Oh, if you arrange it in this pattern, it may be harder for its sensors to pick up. I'm going to assist with the tech part.
Oh, well, thank you.
I heard once if you don't move, it can't see you.
Wait, what?
Don't worry about it.
Go ahead and roll us at risky, by the way.
Oh, risky. Oh, God. Okay, so sneak technology, and then help from Esme.
Hmm?
Okay. Well, let's see how that goes.
Okay. You manage to get, as you start moving up, you realize there's these huge grooves in the ground where like it looks like it's almost like bulldozer like claw hand has like just scooped the ground, the concrete up, the underlay of the track. But as you're moving up, you successfully get closer and you don't seem to alert it. But as you're kind of dipping down into one of these huge like grooves and like kind of climbing up the other side, some of the sort of the cabling, this sort of strange like ley line cabling that seems to be enmeshed beneath the tracks themselves has frayed. And you climb up and you don't notice that one of those exposed wires just happens to kind of course into you. And you can kind of feel this jolt kind of just get into you and then arc through the air and just sort of kind of burst into the direction behind you and then off the walls here and there and kind of cascades a bit and creates this kind of sense of sort of electricity just like just shoving down the tunnel in the direction of your friends. Almost everybody is able to dodge out of this with the exception of Esme.
Yep.
Who had been kind of watching a little bit more intently than others.
I'm just so invested.
So this will be
quick.
Can be only one.
I'm just checking one thing. You're good on. You said did you say you switched one of your?
Oh, I was
beats?
doing, yeah. It's
Okay.
basically the same. I initially was going
blood.
for major blood fallout, but I switched to minor blood fallout.
Yeah, this will be blood. So it's just like you just feel this sort of burn kind of rip through you. So it'll be blood to both of you, 6 points. And as this is happening, Zenobe, in your head, you just hear,
Now's the perfect time. Just call out. Just scream, "Are you okay?" And that will alert the beast, and then the beast can do the hard work for you.
and then let's see, Fallout rolls another 9. So that's for Esme and Malik.
Wait, so it was 6 damage?
It was 6.
Or 6
yeah,
blood?
6 blood.
And then so long as our number's under 9, we're okay?
Yep.
Okay, gotcha.
I was at 8.
I'm at 6.
Okay, you're good. All right. So you are, however, closer, and you can. And so, what is it you're looking for? What is it you want to see? Like you're close enough that you can now get a fairly good glimpse of this thing.
It seems that Esme wants to know that it's not simply hurt and trying to regain its faculties.
You don't. I mean, it's hard to discern like such a creature that seems this strange like mixture of cables that almost look like veins connected to these metallic chunks that almost look like bone, over top of which is some kind of sort of stretched fibrous material like skin. You don't notice any signs of like severe injury. Like there's definitely wear and tear here and there, but nothing that looks more than just sort of standard surface things. You don't. It doesn't look like it's injured. You do see that the mouth itself has these kind of huge, like, horrible shards in its mouth. These metal shards that you could probably rip and gnash, like just brutal fashion. And you can see that it's folded down on top of these almost goat-like legs, that these huge hooves that can likely kind of chase down and trample as well. So it's a fairly dangerous-looking beast, and it's probably bigger than anything you all have faced, other than maybe the snake, the Verm, when you were in the temple below.
Mac will do his best to like do terrible hand signaling, like pointing at it as like that thing has no heart. It needs to die.
Well, then kill it.
You hear the beast go as it kind of rears up and it like looks down the hall and now finally takes notice of the group of you, and it begins to sort of kind of move in your direction. What do you all want to do?
On the fantastic hand signaling from Malik, I'm going to go ahead and activate my Oath of Fury. So I got to roll an Endure and a Religion test. And this will give me the knack for this specific target.
Okay. Sure. Yeah. So you would know, like, I don't know, God Beast or something like that.
Yeah. Endure and Religion. Oh, I fail.
You hear...
That was a dog.
Yeah, it was. Maybe looking out in the direction of it. Just the lack of any like true flesh is just beguiling you. Like this is not the domain.
Yeah.
Of the tenders of the meat tree. Like it's just not something that you would. That is
Okay.
neither flesh nor bark.
Okay, that's what I did. I'll let someone else do something.
And I do think because that's a failure, you should
Yeah.
actually take some stress for that. And
Yeah, you should.
I think it's not the actual creature that's doing this to you, so I'm just going to say a D6. We'll say D6. Take 4 points. Fortune stress seems like the most likely one here, like your luck, your faith, or whatever
Sure.
other thing, confidence.
And I've got 2 protection and fortune, so I'll take 2.
And the fallout roll puts you at 6.
That's over.
Okay.
I'm over. Yeah, I've got a bunch. So
Oh,
I
you-
am over your roll.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Yeah, sorry.
So
I
you
phrased
guys,
that weird.
we have talked about this before. Like you do know that you can, like, after you take fallout, if you take minor fallout, you clear out.
Oh, I would
the
have
one
reset.
track. Well, if you take minor fallout, you clear out the one specific track that you took the fallout to. If you take major fallout, you clear out like all of the stress.
Okay, and that was minor you gave me earlier, right?
No, that was major. 'Cause
Major.
It was like
So-
a 9 or something. So yeah, you should
Look.
be you should be fine.
Yeah, then that's I've got 2 fortune, so I'm good.
Yeah, you're fine.
Yeah.
Okay. So you see Lucius in this like desperate prayer, but you also see his eyes begin to dart around in confusion as something's not working. But this beast is barreling towards you all. What do you do?
I'm gonna shoot it.
Okay, go right ahead.
Shoot
You-
to kill. That's
Okay.
what we're gonna do.
all right.
Everybody shoot it, I'll say.
Tech
Solid
is
plan.
obviously the domain. Kill would probably be the skill here.
Yeah, and then difficulty standard.
Difficulty's risky.
Okay.
Oh,
I thought it might be something different. All right.
Yeah, it's
So-
a pretty big one. Oh my,
holy crap! Hero sevenfold. Wow.
it's a very specific
Wow.
number.
Your
is a
struggle is
bit-
real.
I think that's how much resistance it has. That's what you're okay. So it's got
Oh.
2,845
It's got-
resistance. Y'all are screwed.
Gee, thanks, Hero Sevenfold. No, seriously, thank you.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh my goodness.
Okay. So, as you're holding the gun, you have this. Is it like a
Uh-huh.
rifle? What is it?
Yeah,
like
it's a rifle. It's a
Holding it. You're waiting for it to kind of show some sort of exposed area, and you don't realize that it has like this leaping ability as it just suddenly, even though it's still at a decent distance from you, it just leaps across the tunnel, takes one of its like bulldozer hands and like swings from the ceiling and just lands with these hooves like right down, smashing right atop you. So yeah, this is gonna hurt, man.
It's gonna suck.
This is double stress, and it is a D8 brutal. So I'm gonna roll 2D8 twice,
Okay.
Yeah, only one of the d8s will count as damage, but like it's
All right.
brutal, so you take the better of the two rolls. So first two. Oops. I'm not gonna do that because I'm a dummy who's typed the wrong thing. So there's that. All right. So basically, the best roll of this was a 6. It looks like. So you take 6 points of stress. Actually, you take 12 points of stress. It's double.
All right, I'm gonna take that as fortune instead of
Sure.
blood. Yeah, and so I guess I assume I get fallout.
Yeah,
you took 12.
You just took 12, so yeah, you'll take fallout. And let me roll the d12 to see what you would have gotten in terms of like the. Okay, so it's just minor, I think. So you can clear out your fall. So you can clear out that. What do we want to do for fortune fallout? So you take minor fortune fallout. You can clear your stress track for fortune. Yeah, we'll say if something breaks. Do you have more than one weapon?
Yeah. Well, I think I have those claws from that bird creature.
Mm-hmm.
And I have my gun. So either one you could say is broken, yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to take your gun from you right off the bat. That seems unfair. So we'll say the claws are broken.
Right.
So go ahead and say that.
All right.
That's ongoing, and at some point, just repair them, and a men roll will probably remove that. Okay. And so now the thing is right up in you. It's right on Dante. You see it just landed right on him. Dante's barely crawled out from underneath it, and you can see that he does not look well. What do you all want to do? Who's
Well,
next?
in fairness, sorry.
I'm gonna waste a turn if that's okay. Zenobe's gonna draw both of his old-fashioned pistols, the flintlock like pirate type pistols,
Okay.
and he's gonna aim them at Esme, and then he's gonna kind of slightly look over his shoulder and remember that Zelina's been standing behind him this whole time, and point them at the creature and pull the triggers, shooting at the creature. I'm gonna miss, but
Okay. Risky. Tech kill probably.
critical failure.
As you hold the gun
Said
out,
I was gonna waste a turn.
you fire. You hear the tink as it just harmlessly ricochets off of one of these huge kind of bulky metallic areas, and then it whips back around. Its head is right there and lowers its jaws down atop you. Let's see. Just checking one thing. Okay. Okay. It's going to I get to do the same thing again. So 2d8 twice, take the highest number, then double it is essentially what I'm doing here. Actually, no, I'm not. That's not right. Why am I doing that?
16.
Whichever is better from these. I think I screwed you, Dante.
No, I think you did it right. Because it has brutal, so you'd roll
Brutals.
And it's a
better.
critical.
and it's double.
And it's a critical because it's double. Okay, I did do it right. Okay.
I think
So
it's
the
fine.
16 points to Zenobe.
I think you get fallout.
I.e.
Yeah,
karma.
yeah. So I'm gonna transfer that to Echo, where I have 1 protection.
Okay, so you take
That's to
15
max
points.
out my Echo.
Okay.
So 15 points of Echo. I already had 4.
It's a major.
Think you're
It's a major.
It's a major. Let me
Yep,
pull out
yep,
the.
yep. I needed a minor for my story beat. Come on, Jeff. Why'd you have to
And
roll
I
high?
needed the major for my story beat.
Can we
Sorry.
swap fallouts?
I'll take a major, sure.
It's Echo, you said, right?
Yes,
gonna-
Echo.
So as the like the jaws like kind of clench down on top of you, all of you standing around watch as like Zenobe just suddenly kind of flickers, like there and not there. You just see that he just becomes this sort of kind of pink glowy, ever so briefly, and then like the physical form comes back, and then the pink glowy is there, and as this massive metal jaw like closes in around, lifts him up like a dog playing with a chew toy, and you just see just ripping and ripping around, but it's not the physical form of Zenobe. It is the spiritual form, the echo. I'm trying to decide what I want to give you here. So this is going to be, I don't have anything special on this guy, but major echo. Let's say, I don't think that makes sense.
Don't worry, guys. I'll die long before I can kill any of you.
Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, thank you. That fits.
Jeff is the one telling me to kill you all. Just throwing that out there. This was not my idea.
But you don't have to go along with him.
Yeah, you don't. You can say no. Reconfigured physiology.
Oh.
As during this shifting around between corporeal and incorporeal forms, something moved around. Your organs and bones don't make sense anymore. You can no longer remove stress from blood or remove blood fallout at haunts or through the use of medical kits. This shows itself in some outward fashion, usually so unusual growths bulging under your skin, words appearing as bruises, black blood, and so on. This is ongoing.
Oh no.
I think I'm going to say that where that like cable in my head is, you're going to see, it looks like black veins spreading through, but they're all at hard right angles. Like some sort of circuitry is like spreading through, infecting my.
And you just hear all of the voices that have been following you are screaming in pain at the same time, which is probably making
Zenobe is also screaming in pain.
And with that, we turn it back over to you. As there is this big tech god beast amongst you now, doing awful things. Who would like to go next?
I think that I would like to, as I've known Dante since my time in the Spire, and Zenobe, I don't want Zenobe to die. I believe I will look down at this handful of mecha dog bits that I have. I don't relish it, but I will eat these jagged shards of metal and then leap upon this creature's back.
Okay. All right. That sounds amazing. As you just like, and it doesn't even necessarily see you because it like leaped past you and you're still kind of up forward. And so you just, a few of you might see Malik just crunching on something and then Malik just run and leap.
Just nice bloody maw from it cutting up his gums real good.
Tech for the domain. Kill would work. Hunt would work. Either of those two. And don't forget, you all can assist in these situations as
Dante's
well.
Gonna help.
Just remember, you also take the fall, take whatever
Yeah.
negative happens. So.
I'll do hunt
um,
because I have mastery in that right now.
Absolutely. Yeah, I think
together.
because you said you're hopping on tides. Like I think hunt is fine here. Like you're tracking it down. Dante, how are you helping?
I'm going to use my gun to distract it.
Okay.
Because I mean that worked so well before when I tried to shoot at it and it smashed me. So
you see it just swallow the spirit of Zenobe and then look down to you, and just kind of starts to get ready, like it's reaching back, like it's going to smash down at you while this is happening.
Trying to get him in a good position for him to jump on the back.
I'll say its wires are like veins. Sever the wires, as I will help in the technology domain.
Okay. So
Okay. Can I
maybe
do more than one assist?
Yeah, I think it's as many that makes sense. It's just, and I think it's fine, but it'll probably with Esme, it'll be you getting closer than you getting a little closer, having to see the specific place, you know.
Yes,
so that's going to justify the danger. Risky, roll it all, and then there you go. Oh, there you go. I got to see 2 10s in there. Okay. Describe what it looks like as you leap on its back at this point, and what do you do once you get up there to inflict stress?
Well, I have the my claws have been dipped in angel's blood, so they are able to pierce through anything. So I leap upon its back, shove them into the sides of its mouth, and I'm doing my best to fish hook it. To prevent
You
it
feel
from
like
being able
your
to...
hands are getting cut by the metal so sharp, but it's still working as it's reaching back away.
And then I think I'm going to double check myself. I have something that helps me with the stress I inflict because I ate something.
Okay.
You get the +2 to your stress.
Yeah,
Damage?
everyone should. You guys are still on the delve, so and you're
Oh,
using
fell
the
metabolism. I get the brutal tag because I ate something before I attacked.
So it's the same thing that this guy's got. Roll double stress die, and you're using the what weapon are you using?
Just my claws. So it's a D4, but it's brutal.
Okay.
Now, so would that basically be 4D4?
You're doing the exact same thing I did. Roll basically 2 sets of 2d4. Take the highest die rolled and then double it.
Oh, I see.
Because it's a critical. Well, actually, wait.
No, I think it would be. There's.
This is where I
there's
keep
two-
screwing myself up.
Yeah. So I would say just roll 2d,
Okay.
whatever. Roll 2 dice. I forget what you.
Yeah,
I
roll
see, I see.
2d4, take the higher, and then.
Okay, so then add 2 to that and double it.
You get a 4, so 6, double the 12.
Yeah, 4 plus 2 is 6. So yeah, double the 12. That works for me. Okay.
Yeah, that was just me messing up in the first place. The first
Okay.
time
Yeah.
that crit happened, and I think that set the confusion for the episode.
Yeah, I'm still thinking. I'm still thinking I might have screwed Dante out. on that crit.
That's
Wow.
all right. I wanted the major fallout. You just rolled low.
Sorry, man. Okay. This thing is still up, still thrashing around, despite that like horrific blow. Malik is on its back, ripping away at it. Esme, you're there directing traffic. Dante, you're serving as a good distractant. Zenobe, your spirit has been consumed. Lucius, Lena, do either of you want to hop in on this?
Yeah. So does Malik? You still got this thing? You're still fish hooking it?
Yes, I'm putting myself on it, so hoping that it will draw. I'm trying to draw attention to myself and also
All right.
prevent it from biting.
I'm going to close in just so I make sure I get a nice clear shot. And where Malik is kind of fish hooking this thing, I want to try and put a shot from my pistol like right down its gullet.
Okay.
So just a lot of flavor, but yeah.
I'll say, yeah. I mean, what we can say is because Malik was specifically trying to distract it, and he did. I'll say you can take a mastery die for this, so you can
Sure.
so like there's that extra distraction that's happening.
Yeah. All right. So this is risky, kill, and tech. You said.
That's right.
Alex
Alright.
gonna help too. Or I mean, Dante's gonna help too. You know,
Continuing
might as
to
well.
distract, continuing to like
Oh, yeah,
send out.
keep distracting
Sure.
them.
between you and Malik. Malik, I'm not treating yours as a distraction. I'm just giving him a mastery die for it, so like you're not on the hook for any damage.
Oh, I was going to offer to assist, but okay.
Okay.
Success at a cost.
You
Yeah.
stand up, and as its mouth is open, it kind of wrenches down. You time it right at the perfect time when its head swoops down, mouth wide and agape from Malik wrenching it free. You can see the blood squirting from Malik's hands as like these
Yeah.
razor sharp teeth are just eating away at his hand and his forearm. But you time it just perfectly, and you fire the gun. Roll your damage. Roll your stress.
5. All right.
Okay.
7.
And it's
7.
it's going to be 7 points. Okay.
Nice.
And you hear, Malik, when you're on top of it, you hear like something burst on the inside and like a goo like erupts out.
Okay.
The thing still goes.
Okay.
However, in the sort of if it's in its flailing, Lucius, it does manage to nick you with like it
Okay.
like it stomps a bit with its with one of its hooves.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, these are brutal.
Ugh.
So, I have 4 points of damage, 4 points of stress.
Okay. And that's blood, right?
Unless you have a beat that you want me to give you something
Yeah.
else, I think blood makes the most sense.
Okay. I got a protection there. So that puts me at 5.
It's exactly 5. I can't remember if it's equal to or under, or if it's got to be over. So we'll say you're good because I don't remember.
Okay.
I don't remember which way the tie goes.
Yeah. I'm not going to argue with that decision.
Okay. Looks like Jen's having trouble with her camera. So is anybody else want to do something?
And then the rest of us would take that
I
stress.
still
want to
do
right?
something.
Oh, okay. You're there. I wasn't sure if you were there or messing with it. Jen, what would you like to do?
I would like to have my character. She's gonna put her arms out together and take her sacred blade through her hands to cut herself, and that will mark her with D4 stress to her blood,
Okay.
and that'll make it to where she can roll mastery with the weapon for the entire situation.
Oh, nice. Okay. You can go then and roll that D4 and take that much stress.
All right, so that is stress to blood.
You have any protection on blood?
No, and I'm at 6 now because of the 3 from last time.
Okay, so did you actually? I'm sorry, I was double checking the rule. I was just looking at. Let me roll your fallout die. Yours should be fine. That's really high. So unless you have 12 or more, Chuck, it is the other way actually, but we'll let it go.
Only
We've
6.
moved on.
Okay.
Okay. So you're making an attack then?
Yes, I would like to go up and see if I can find one of its legs where the circuitry is, or the
Yeah. That weird kind
whatever
of
they're
fleshy sort of. They sort of look like. It almost looks like electrical tubing.
Thank you, electrical tubing.
Seeing Zelina kind of checking out the leg, I'll point right there. This all
Okay.
help assist with technology.
And I'll say we'll carry over the distraction that's happening, so you can take an extra die for that. You got an extra die
Oops.
for
Shoot.
Esme.
That did
So-
not work.
Okay, so you're gonna roll. So click the roll button at the top
Okay.
of your character sheet. Change the difficulty to risky. Change the skill to kill. Change the domain to technology. You can click the mastery checkbox. And then
Mastery.
you can click on Esme's name from where it says help, and then click roll.
Why not SDF?
Oh, yeah, that's what other people. Okay. You lunge in, and you manage to cut through. And you can see that much like the goo that sort of exploded out, this sort of like blackish, almost sort of oil-smelling goo that ripped out of its mouth when Lucius shot it, same thing happens as you just see an explosion of some kind of dark oil. Roll your do you know the stress damage of your weapon there? How much it does? Let me look at it. D6. So you have a D6.
Aw.
You do 2 points of damage.
+2.
Plus 2, you do 4 points of damage, so it's down to okay. Well, the good news is that it's in single digits.
Woohoo!
The bad news is that you've triggered its Dark Soulsian, like,
Uh-oh.
Oh no.
berserk mode as it begins to thrashing around even faster. And so additional rolls from here on out will be now dangerous. And I'm also going to roll as it manages to, as you're underneath its legs and you're kind of cutting through the some of those electrical tendons, Zelina, it's going to roll its damage. You take 1 point of blood back, so you're fine.
Woohoo!
I can put up a cap, I think. I have a cap somewhere. To help. Don't mind us for 1 second.
Yeah. Okay,
I'm
yeah,
just
it's not
fixing
coming
some
on.
It's all good. I'm fixing something.
Sorry, kids. There's my lovely background.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. My OBS is now not responding. Uh-oh.
Dun, dun, dun.
Ruh-roh.
Ruh-roh.
Well, you can have nice things.
Stream's still going out.
Stream's still going?
I'm telling you.
I'm getting the thinking. Okay. Who would like to do something else while we might be crashing here in a second, but who would like to do something else?
I would like to.
Okay.
So she took 1 blood.
She took 1 blood, yeah.
Okay, so I would take that, but I've got 2 protection, so I'm okay.
Yeah, you're fine.
All right, so seeing that she is actually, getting physically hurt, I'm gonna go up to her and grab her to try and get her away a little bit, as one of the bees is going to crawl down my arm and sting her, trying to use my blessed toxin.
Okay. Yeah, go right ahead. Sorry,
So-
it's now done that white thing now. So
Okay,
again,
so
this
I'm
is
still going strong. So
how OBS.
That's
What's wrong with you?
mend technology.
Yeah.
And what's the difficulty on this?
Okay, wait. So I'm sorry. Can you describe again what you're doing so I know?
I'm using my body as a D8 mend blood item on my next
Okay.
action.
Okay.
And so I'm just trying to heal her. That's so.
Okay. You're trying to heal. You're trying to heal Zelina.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, because not really anybody else is suffering from a lot of blood or mind. And that's the thing.
I
that
mean,
can heal.
she only took like 1 point, right?
She should have 7 now, if I remember right, total.
Yeah, I'm fine.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead.
So, what's the difficulty for this?
It's still dangerous. Like everything
Okay.
in this situation is dangerous because this
Okay.
thing, like you're stopping
Yep.
to heal her while this thing's thrashing around in great anger. So as you lean down to try to help Zelina in this case, as you try to like kind of reach out with your bees, with your mind, like that momentary pause, you see the creature in its like berserk phase, like takes advantage of it and just turns around and with like one of its huge kind of goat-like hooves smashes down on top of you. It's gonna be. So again, this is gonna be brutal. Yeah, go ahead.
I want to use my sergeant ability.
Yeah.
So once per situation, when an adversary or NPC directs their attention towards an ally, I declare that they pay attention to me instead. So that way I can take the hit.
Okay, you're gonna take the hit for Esme. Okay,
Yeah.
so that's gonna be
Nice.
Thank you.
so heroic. So this is
I
again.
can't
this is
have our
brutal.
healer getting wrecked.
that's true.
This is gonna be brutal. So
Yeah,
rolling
it's gonna
2d8,
suck.
taking the better. I only rolled 3, so but it's gonna be double. So take 6 points of blood damage.
All right, I'll take
Yeah, that's why.
4.
That's what I should have been doing right there. So I think I did
okay.
more damage to you than I should have at the beginning.
4, 6. I got 6 blood.
Okay. And fallout wise, 10 is the fallout roll. What's your total stress at?
6.
All right, you're good to go for that. All right, this thing's still up and thrashing around.
Have we all gone around?
Mm-hmm.
I think so.
I think everyone has
Yeah.
done something. Yeah.
Yeah.
I had an idea.
What you got?
Oh,
I want
sorry.
to do something that doesn't require a roll real quick, if that's okay.
Yeah, that's fine.
I want to. Once per session, I can clear D4 blood stress from an ally as I beseech the goddess of booze. You know, because that's when I got that ability, is when I got drunk and carousing. To help Zelina cure a D4 of blood damage. As I toss her a flask and tell her, "Hey, drink that. You'll feel better." I call it my healing potion.
Okay.
That's awesome.
Very nice.
So I'll roll it. It's just a D4, right? How do I roll just D4?
You can use the buttons in the bottom right. Hit the triangle.
Oh, in the bottom
one.
right there it is. Yeah.
Yeah. This is so weird. I'm just seeing like a white-ish screen of my OBS. Everyone's frozen because I usually play right off my OBS. So I just see a
That's cool.
frozen OBS that I'm playing off of right now. It's
Alright.
very disorienting.
All right, that's me.
Okay. This thing is still up, still thrashing around. It looks even wilder and more berserk than before, but you can definitely tell it's in its death throes.
Mm-hmm.
I think something that might be fun is I recall that wire that had shocked me on the way towards it. Perhaps in this careening route, and we've come back close to it. I would love
Oh,
to
yeah.
hang the entirety of my body weight off of its head from one side, reach out my hand to the other, and then shove that into its mouth.
Okay. All right. That sounds wonderful. Kill tech. And it's going to be dangerous. Is anyone aiding in this? Anyone want to help?
Oh yeah. I'm gonna take a good little pot shot now that we've got a.
Okay.
bit of damage on it.
All right. This means you take the top 2, so you have to get basically 3 successes.
It's okay.
I'll assist on this with technology. I will. I'll say the oil should conduct it, as there's oil still spurting out from its mouth, and then just like make sure you hit that.
Maybe that's why I actually aim for that instead of just like wildly swinging.
Sure.
Okay, sounds fun.
I think looks good. That's
So
3
good.
9s. Such a good roll. Oh my god. Go ahead and roll damage.
Okay, so the 2d4. Oh, it's just a regular, but it is brutal.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I'd still roll the same thing. We just won't
Still roll
double
the
it.
same thing, you just don't double it. Yeah. 2 points damage plus 2 so
Yeah.
this 2 is your best roll plus another 2, and it is a total of what, 4?
Yeah, so it's piercing for what it's worth, but
Yeah, I've been taking that in for your attacks. Okay. All right. Unfortunately, this thing is still up.
I was trying
But
to do
it-
something to get myself hurt. It's just
You're just rolling too well. This thing
At this
does
point-
look on its last legs, though.
At this point, Esme will just like not thinking with any logic, just release the swarm up in the direction of this creature's head.
Oh dear.
They will also surround Malik.
Oh, I'm sure Jeremy likes that.
Yes.
yes, thank you.
Yeah, I know you want that, so I'm trying to
Yeah.
help.
I've been intentionally
But it-
trying to do really stupid things.
Yeah. All right.
It's been
so,
great, man.
Yeah, that's going to be kill technology, dangerous.
Yeah, kill tech dangerous. Yep.
Can I assist?
Yeah, sure. You're still up there. You're still sort of like you're kind of moving the head.
Trying to
and
wrench
distracting.
open a
Oh, yeah.
hole to like give it a better opening, leave
Sure.
myself as exposed as possible.
I have no problem
Dante?
with you all trying to kill yourselves here.
Yeah, definitely will help as well because teamwork makes the stream work.
Okay.
There you go.
Don't fail. 3 people are taking stress on this.
Fail.
Wait, how do I get them both?
You can shift to
yeah.
click a second person.
Or control.
There's control. If they're
Oh,
not
okay,
in
just
order.
like normal PC.
Yeah, just
okay.
Yeah.
I agree with Jen. TPK. And you hear that, Zenobe, in your voice, like TPK. Now's the time.
Jeff just chants that before he opens the Zoom meeting. Just TPK, TPK.
I'm gonna have to ask Melissa about that. See if it's true.
Adam, how does this go so terribly wrong? You describe it.
Well, as the bees are leaving my body, like a portion of it buckles as some of them were busy rebuilding one of my organs, and then they get distracted while I'm unable to control them, and they start stinging Dante and Malik.
And not only that, as this thing's whipping around, it's stomping, it's biting. You can see as your arm kind of slips a little too far into the mouth, Malik, and it just clamps down with its jaws. It takes one of its legs up and it smashes down on Dante. One of its arms, it just sort of pushes down and smashes on top of Esme at the same time. So it's not a critical fail, so it doesn't double, but it is brutal. Damage
Why
back.
did
So
we even aggro this thing, guys? We should have stuck around it.
5 points of damage for everybody. Right? For everyone who is assisting. So I think there's 3 of
What
you.
kind of damage? Blood?
Yeah, I mean, if there's something that you are trying to get, just let me know and we can make something else up. Like if you're looking
I'm
to
at
take.
9 blood. I'm so excited.
Yeah,
Right.
sure. Maybe one of my organs kind of phased out as I'm really wanting that go.
All right, Jeremy, I rolled a 5. So this means you're going to take minor blood fallout.
Yay! Beat accomplished.
Nice.
So,
Congrats,
okay.
buddy.
Minor. I love how everyone's so excited just to take Take Fallout.
That's one of the great things about
That's
this
what I
system,
looked
is
at
you-
this.
You get
I
excited
agree.
about it.
That's why I went heavy
So-
with like combat tonight, because so many people took like Fallout and stuff like that. so
Yeah,
I'm like, all
do,
right.
like Major Fortune Fallout. Yeah, that's
Okay, let's say. So this is for Jeremy specific. Battered. Your dominant hand is injured. You can bandage it up and stop the bleeding, but it's of limited use for the time being. Any offensive action you make in combat becomes risky. It's already bad, but any tasks that require fine dexterity are out of the question. So put
Okay.
down battered main hand. Then for who else helped? I think Dante also helped. So Dante, your Fallout roll is a 1. So, okay. I imagine you have more than one stress.
yes. I have more than one. Yes.
Do you have a specific type of Fallout you were leaning towards?
I'm hoping to get a major Fallout or major Fortune Fallout. So.
Do you
whatever.
already have any Fallout right now? Do you
I have
anything
a minor Fortune Fallout.
we can combine? So one of the things you can do with
could.
major is you can combine 2 minors into a major.
Let's do it.
So we'll go ahead and say.
So this would like count as a blood fallout, and he would get to clear the track, and then he would combine it. Is that like how the rules?
Well,
would work?
he's got what I'll say is he'll take it. We'll give him. It's very negotiable. So because he's already got a minor, fauna, I'm giving him a second minor, so we can just we can clear the minor and upgrade just to a major.
Right. I was asking, was the minor he's clearing, is that blood?
No,
Because
the
we're gonna
minor
make
he's
Combining
clearing is
fallouts,
fortune.
they don't have to be the same fallout. They
Yeah.
don't have to be the same type.
Oh, right on. I did not know that.
Oh, that's cool.
Let's call it. Let's see. I'm trying to
So
think.
it might
of
be
something
more
to do.
beneficial for him to clear a track that's heavier, is what I was saying.
Well, he's trying to get his.
Major's going
his
to clear
stuff done.
both anyway.
Yeah.
True.
Okay. Do you have any fortune protection?
No.
Okay. All right. We'll just say collateral. The next time you mark stress, a nearby ally marks the same amount, and you then remove this fallout. So, collateral.
Sorry, folks. I tried to help.
Oh,
I'll
Okay.
show you
We're all
collateral
about
damage.
screwing each other.
It's been- all right. Then he's still up. Wait, no. I still have Adam to do. I still have Adam.
oh no.
Sorry. It's a 4 for Esme.
Well, that's going to get me minor echo then.
Okay, so because you're doing your thing to get echo, we'll do your skin blisters and bubbles. When you take blood stress, take an extra D4 as the boils split and burst. This is ongoing. Something
What's it
from
called?
maybe buboes, buboes. We'll
Oh,
say
put that on my sheet.
the oil, something about the oil spraying onto your body. You're getting like some sort of reaction to it, and that's probably what's
Yeah.
causing these blisters. All right, Lucius, I think I heard you start to talk. Do you got a way to kill this
Yeah.
thing?
Yeah, I've got the most ingenious fail-proof plan. I am going to charge in with my knife and just try and stab it in the face as hard as I possibly can.
Excellent. Please do that. That's obviously kill tech, dangerous. Is anyone assisting with this?
Dante will help.
Nope.
Yep.
Okay. Zenobe
Dante and
is the
Esme?
only one.
Everyone should help besides Zenobe, so that way the person that next to me that takes the stress would be Zenobe anyway.
When you all die, I'm just going to
Yeah, yeah.
infuse your bodies with the spirits inside
I'll
of Zenobe's
assist.
head.
Sorry, I was reading something.
No, it's all good.
Okay.
That's
And that way
3,
we
I
all
think?
TPK together.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Dangerous
Um,
kill, tech, 3 assists.
Yeah, man.
Mhm. The wires.
This is why you don't help.
Hang on.
The wires.
Nope. I failed. Just failed.
That's a shame.
Fine. Everything's fine.
It's gonna be again 2d8, taking the better. Everyone who just assisted,
Oh.
as this thing flails around again, smashes people into the wall, pushes them down into the earth, grinds down even further on the arm and its teeth. Okay.
Who else takes the collateral damage?
You can pick.
Oh, Zenobe then.
Okay,
Oh,
so
you
Adobe gets caught up in it.
Hey, Jeff. Hey, Jeff.
Yeah.
What type of the collateral? Is it the same type? I'm sorry to interrupt.
Yeah, I think it's the same type. I think that's what
Yeah.
it said.
This was blood, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Roll that
I can...
D4.
Oh, that's right. You get an extra D4 too, don't you? God, you're all going to be so beat up. 3 more on top of that. That's 11 for...
Thank you.
Esme.
Yes,
Okay.
thank you.
Does that mean I get 5, or is that only Esme that gets?
No, that's only Esme.
It's only me because of my boobos.
Yeah. Okay.
So the rest of us get 8.
The rest of you get 8. All right, let's do these one at a time for fallouts. I'll start with Adam because his was highest. That's 2.
It's a minor.
I'm gonna say spitting teeth. Any action that requires you to speak or look respectable is risky, as it just cold cocks you like one of its massive. It just hits
That's
you
what
right
she
in the
gets for
face and
talking
you
so
spit
much.
teeth. Let's see. Next up is Malik. Malik 7. How's that for you?
I have 6.
Okay, you're good. Then it's gonna go over to Dante. Dante has a 9.
I'm at 6. I'm good.
All right, and then finally to Lucius. Guy who started
What
all of it.
happens if you max out your track?
I think you're gonna take fallout here.
The track just adds up to 10. You can still
yeah.
do 2 more.
Yeah, you can go over 10.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I've got 14 right now. With
Well, it's
that,
just like
so-
when I roll the d12, it's gonna automatically give you
Yeah,
fallout to
yeah.
the track, and then you're gonna flush it. So it's not like you're gonna go.
Yeah, you
into
just need to know if it's major or minor.
Oh, okay.
So is this was blood for you, right?
Yeah.
We'll call this since you came up in you came in there. Okay. This thing it smashes down with one of its hooves on your head. So you get a ringing head. Your head swims and you taste blood in your mouth. The next action you take is dangerous. The one after that is risky, and then you remove this fallout as your head clears.
Okay.
Okay. That's even outside of combat stuff. And this thing is still up and thrashing about.
I think you have to roll Fallout for Zenobe too. You have to. I only have 2
Oh, that's
blood,
right.
so it's not
you
likely.
took the
Collateral.
Yeah, Dante dragged me into it.
It's a 12. You're good to go. Okay. All right. This thing is very close to dead. You guys were doing really well, and then it just got. Then it hit its beast mode.
We'll say that Zenobe was running up forward, and that's why he was close enough to get that situational damage.
What are you doing?
And he's
What's
going
wrong
to.
with you? You're not brave.
Shut up! And I run forward, and I'm gonna attempt to baby bird it again, where I'm just gonna like put my mouth right up next to its mouth, and I'm just gonna vomit salt water into it, trying to choke it and drown it. So that is kill a cult, I believe, and it's not in water. So
Because
it's
of your
D6.
ability, right? Because of your ability, it's
Yes,
a cult.
it's a
fine.
spell.
Yeah, that makes sense. Kill a cult. It's still gonna be
And
dangerous. You're putting your head right next to
dangerous.
it.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And
I don't
is
expect
anyone-
this to go well.
I'll get, and again, I'm because Malik's still there on the mouth. Like I'm fine with giving the mastery to this for this as well.
All right,
Is anyone
I'm gonna-
assisting? Anyone?
Is it
anyone?
a kill? I'll help with the kill. Why not?
Yeah, it's kill actually. Yeah, he's using kill.
So Dante and Malik.
It wasn't meant to
Malik-
be Hero 7
No.
policy, but
Do I get the mastery just because Malik's there, or does
I'm
that
giving you
count
the
as Malik
mastery just
helping?
because that's what I've been doing. I've been saying you can take mastery because Malik's
Gotcha,
kind of got
okay.
the
I'll
mouth.
throw in too. I'm up there in fighting range.
We gotta do it.
You
You
guys
guys are
we're all
either
going
gonna
down
win
together.
or you're all
Let's
gonna die
fly
right now.
together.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, that's a
God,
terrible
no.
roll. You didn't get any
Oh,
successes.
God.
Holy shit, Steven.
That-
There wasn't even
The
one
dice are
success
against
in
us.
that.
Did you count me? I wasn't there. I don't know.
I did not count Esme.
Okay.
Esme's clear.
It doesn't even matter.
Okay. You didn't even roll a single success. Oh my god. This is getting fun.
I was very distracted by these robots in my brain.
Everyone
I
take-
think Jeremy's
everyone-
the only one that can actually roll well. Between us tonight.
Everyone needs to take 5 points as the
Okay.
thrashing continues. This is getting crazy. I'll start with let's see who goes first. Steven.
Yeah, I had 7, so I think that's minor blood.
Yeah, it's gonna bite you right in the face. I think is what's gonna happen.
And I can't get rid of blood stress anymore.
And you're,
Oh, God.
and yeah, and you're God, I could give you bleeding.
You can when you get fallout.
But I'm not going to. I'm gonna give you furious, as you're like it bites you right in the face, and that hurts and everything. But at the same time, you're getting this constant like bickering in your head. Furious, you're hurt, short-tempered, and perceive slights everywhere. You cannot help another character by adding a die to their roll. So I just saved your life.
Shit! God damn it! God! God.
All right. Let's see who else assisted.
I did.
All right, Lucius. This is getting crazy.
I got a
3.
4. God. Yep.
I'm gonna give you. Do you have any armor on?
No.
Okay. Okay, I'm gonna give you tired. This is exhausting. It's been a long fight. You're weary. You're going to make bad decisions and snap at your friends. You cannot gain extra dice from skills.
Oh.
Okay.
And then Dante, I think, helped as well.
Yep.
Dante, it's a 1.
Okay.
Yep. That's
Dante-
minor fallout. Yeah.
Dante, you, I think, are finally going to be disarmed. You drop your gun, leaving you defenseless. You inflict D4 stress in combat until you source a weapon. So it bites. It like kind of bites down. It might have swallowed your gun. We'll say.
Okay.
And then was Malik helping?
I mean, but that's up to you. You gave him the mastery.
No. I'm giving the mastery. That's something else. Like, were you assisting?
No, I just
Okay,
let you
then
give
we're
him
good.
mastery for me.
All right. The thing is still up, and you all look horrific right now.
Malik, use the cable again, as I will rip one up from the ground as well, and I will try and put that into the wound from when Zelina had caused it to spill some oil.
Okay.
Okay.
Yep, we're gonna try this. It's gonna be a lot of fun.
Okay. You called me out. I'll assist you.
Everybody together.
Yeah. I mean, Dante's in it to win it. Like,
Might as well.
do or die.
Oh
Even
God.
with his bare fists.
Maybe I tuned this thing up a little too hard. I don't think so.
Yeah. We're just rolling like garbage.
All right, so
It's a super god beast. This is tougher
Dante.
than
There's a god.
We've
beast.
had really bad dice.
Luscious and Malik.
Yeah.
Anybody else joining? Just sharing the love.
You die now or you
All
die
right.
later.
I feel
Let's
like
roll.
everyone's gonna die. Oh my gosh.
Oh.
It is one of my favorite 90s bands.
You guys can run away. All right, 3 points this time. It's not so bad. Not so bad. Okay. I'm just gonna do a D12 once for everybody to speed this up. So this is for everybody.
Aw.
Everybody who assisted. 7.
I'm good. I have
Anybody take fallout from 7 who took.
I'm right at 7. I don't know if it's a meet or beat thing.
I called it on Chuck earlier that equal to is going to go in favor of the player, so I'm going to keep that for this session. But the rule is actually equal to. But I'm going to keep that for this session. Anybody else?
Nope.
All right, so no one takes fallout from it. Okay. This thing's still up. It's still thrashing around. You all are going to die soon.
I've got this. I have this. Because I am going to
Just
go
like
stab
last
it
time you had
again. But I'm going to use my unorthodox methods. I'm going to throw its guard off by doing the Christopher Walken dance from Weapon of Choice. Really? Which means that rather than rolling to resolve this, I'm just taking a 6 on it, which is success at a cost.
Okay.
You say potato, I say I'll stab you.
Roll your stress, your damage to this.
Yeah. Where was that? Where's my knife? There it is.
D6 plus
Yeah.
2.
Plus 2.
D6. You can roll for me now.
Do it.
You got this.
It's not
Please kill
rolling.
it.
I'm just gonna click it down here.
I think it's still alive then.
Oh no, nothing's rolling.
Uh-oh. Everything's falling
Uh-oh.
apart. There we go. Oh my god,
God.
everything's
Oh,
rolling.
God.
Oh, dear god, everyone run.
And then they all just come barreling in.
Jeez.
Do you get to
Okay.
choose the best of
wow.
those?
I think the first one was a 1.
It was. It's 3 damage.
Now, the lucky thing is that it literally had 3 resistance left. So the
Told you I had
+2 from the communion was actually enough to kill it. So describe your kill, Lucius, as this thing finally falls.
I got my pants up. I'm doing the toe stepping forward, a little shimmy, shimmy, shimmy. And when it's just like, what the fuck are you doing? I'm like, whatcha, uppercut with a knife right through the mouth.
We should have
as
done a dance off instead of fight it.
It's going to fall, and it falls right on top of you, Lucius, and you take 8 points of stress.
Okay, that puts me at 14.
Oh god.
Okay.
I'm sorry, 13.
All right,
For
let's see what
blood.
I roll.
So-
So you're gonna take a fall. It's just a question of what kind. It's just a minor fallout again. We'll say. Oh my god.
Because I've already got, what do I got? I've got ringing head and tired.
I'm just gonna say we'll call you winded, as it knocks the wind out of you. As you
Okay.
crawl out from underneath. When you attack with melee weapons, decrease stress inflicted by 1 dice size. That's ongoing. Okay. So you all finally kill this thing, and it collapses to the ground. You see all sorts of like this sort of black oil begin to ooze out of the joints from those tubes, those electrical tubes that kind of connect the sturdier portions. You see it kind of shudder a bit, like an engine that's struggling to start up, and then it goes still.
That
do y'all do?
wasn't so bad.
Want to lay down?
Zenobe is just cursing. Just a stream of profanities.
So is anyone suffering from any minor brain fallout?
You said brain?
Mind, sorry.
I think Esme is suffering from it
As we speak.
right now.
Yep. That's Adam suffering from it. But,
Yeah, that was a rough fight. That was insane.
That was real rough.
Okay.
If the dice were on our side.
Yeah, that's pretty bad.
If
That
this
wasn't
thing,
so bad.
who needs
The
help?
dangerous, the -3 to your best dice.
Yeah, that's
is-
rough.
oof.
Yeah, you could have bypassed it if you would have done it. If like you guys actually had gotten it to 1 above its breaking point, and had you done enough damage, you might have been able to bypass like the berserk mode entirely. It just didn't work out that way, unfortunately.
does this thing have a obvious heart or command portion of it? Something
Yeah.
to
So
take.
you can, as you start to like kind of rip through it, and, like break it down. There's a few things that you could potentially take. You notice that strange, that kind of fabric, that latex fabric that almost kind of stretched over top of it. You can take that. So that's just some kind of pelt, basically. You can call it like a tech god beast pelt. It seems like some sort of fabricated skin. And so that's a D8 resource worth. You can take, there's portions of its carapace that sort of the hardened carapace. Once you peel some of the latex away, you can take what looks like shielding, like some of its, some of the, almost like a buckler on its forearm, and so that is that can count as a block item if you wear it, and it's a D10 as well, D10 resource. So, but if you wanted to wear it, you can use it as equipment as well.
That's
And then
Is there only enough for one of those?
I'll see how much is actually intact. I'll roll a D4, see how many are intact. There are 3 intact, so you could potentially take 3 of those.
If I kind of look things over and direct them, is there any way to like harvest it more efficiently, like to better get a better yield, essentially?
No, because 3
Okay.
is 2 more than I was going to give you. So
Yeah.
you're taking 3. And then
And Zenobe would just be cursing at you the whole time. Every time you say, like, well, maybe if we tried this to make it more efficient, Zenobe would just, shut up. We don't need your help.
I will say this though, Esme, is that as you're kind of breaking through, you could dislodge the teeth, those extraordinarily sharp teeth, which you can either use as a resource that has like a tech resource, but could be potentially with like a mend ability kind of adhered to a weapon to give it the brutal ability, a melee weapon to give it the brutal tag as well. So either one of those, like you can either use it as a resource or you can roll a mend test to put it on a melee weapon to get brutal.
You know, these may go very well in that large dog that we have back home. You know, I could fix that dog for you. I could even see if...
What, you think I can't fix it myself?
Dante, I could fix
Yeah.
your dog for you.
Yeah. I thought you didn't do that already. Oh, I guess you didn't do that already because I didn't bring it with me. So
Well,
okay.
you didn't ask, silly.
Oh,
I
yeah.
offered, but
Sorry, I'm absent-minded the last last time.
I mean, we could always sell them too,
Yeah.
or I could attach it to
Take
somebody.
the teeth out. I gotta crawl in there and get my gun back.
So, okay, yeah, I'll say if you crawl inside, and you're probably, I think Malik is probably already digging in it as well because he's looking for a heart. You notice a few things actually as you dig inside of it. First of all, there is some kind of techno flesh processor inside that seems to be like at the nexus of its chest that sort of serves as its heart. As a D10 tech item. So that's the heart, so to speak. It's a resource. You do find your gun. Your gun is currently broken, though. It will require a mend test to make it functional again. And then you find inside of it, like, stuff that it's devoured. Mostly it's like asphalt and concrete and metal. But you also find, like, lodged within it, there is what looks like a book that has a concrete binding to it. Like it's like instead of it being leather bound, it's bound within like this thing of concrete itself, and it has some sort of strange occult runes on top of it, and doesn't seem to open.
That's interesting.
And that is all of the loots.
Listen, if you're all done, you need to shut up. I'm trying to take a nap over here.
It's all right. If this Vermissian tunnel's like anything I know about Vermissian tunnels, right around the corner there should be a place where we can rest up. As I have the ability called Just Around the Corner, or around the next corner, where we can, once per delve, find an out-of-the-way location where we can catch your breath, recuperate without the fear of being discovered by enemies.
Yeah.
We can take our time to heal without incurring a bane.
Yeah,
That's
absolutely. And we had described that there was like a train platform up there. When you pop on top, like when you kind of move a little further, like where you initially saw it, you can look around it, and it looks like this was some sort of area where people would come and wait. Like that was the intention anyway. But you also see there's like what looks like ticket box offices and stuff like that seems to offer some amount of protection that's kind of hidden behind. And so yeah, you can rest up there without accruing a bane. A bane is, again, where you add stuff to the delve.
While we're moving forward, Zenobe would just turn on Malik. I thought you were gonna sneak past this. Why the fuck did you wake it up? You did that whole thing with the oil and the grease, and you painted yourself. Why do we have to deal with this shit?
Zenobe, I'm so sorry you're suffering the way you are. And I'll just give Zenobe a hug and walk away.
Get the fuck off me!
I'm just gonna start fiddling with my gun as I'm gonna try to clear it from all the gook.
Sure.
Yeah, as I'm gonna try to mend it.
Okay. Yeah, you can hit that roll anytime you're ready. That's just, and we're back to standard again. And that you have.
I did just pick up the mend skill, so yay.
Love you, Zenobe. It's good.
And in Zenobe, you hear like, did you see that? He tried to attack you. He tried to lunged at you. When they rest, when they sleep, you can kill them in the sleep.
I'm watching you, Malik.
Oh, God.
All right,
I will watch out for you as well.
That's
do
not
that
what
again.
I meant.
Dante, you could try again, just not now. Like, just wait
Okay,
for some time to
that's
pass,
fine.
and you can try again.
All right.
So
Okay.
we are somewhat in the safety of a train station, right?
You are
Right.
you are in a safe place for resting right now. Yeah.
Zenobe would wait till everyone like calms down a bit. You know, I don't know why you're all riled up, but when there'd be a quiet moment, he would say, "Shut up, I need to think," and then he would try to cast a spell as well,
Okay.
to try and it's discern religion to cast the spell,
Okay.
and I can create a path to a temple of the drowned queen.
Okay. Go ahead and roll it. Standard. Okay. This is, I would say, let's see, we'll probably do like a D6 on this for you. I'll say echo as you're kind of trying to manipulate the heart in some way, as everyone has found a place within this terminal, this area of the train tunnel. There is, you hear a drip kind of from this recessed corner, and you go over and you see all these pipes and things moving about, and one of them seems to be leaking some sort of dark fluid. It's not oil, it's likely just maybe water that's been horribly soiled in some way, but you see a puddle has formed on the ground, and you can see that kind of down the side of the wall there's like these wet stains, and as you kind of reach out in your mind and you cast this spell, it strains you a bit. Like you can hear the voices in your head begin to get louder as they're like freaking out over you doing this. And you watch as the stains on the wall begin to kind of grow wider, and it becomes sort of shimmery in some way. And you just step through, and you find yourself within this kind of underwater realm, this sort of not dissimilar from what you've seen in the past, where there's just beautifully ornate temple constructed of some kind of coral-like substance. And you kind of feel the presence of the drowned queen immediately begin to sort of wash over you, and the voices that were in your head suddenly get muted, and you no longer really hear them. They're like in the back of your head now, arguing until there's just like the faintest bit of tinnitus.
Zenobe is gonna go through that path as well, so you guys would see him like not necessarily disappearing, but leaving the area. If you all wanted to follow, you could remove stress from Echo there by spending some time meditating. And this path will be open for an hour, but it doesn't close without warning, so we have time to leave.
Thank you for the offer, but I don't need to.
I don't know why you're bothering me when I'm trying to take a nap.
I echo that sentiment.
So
boy.
do you, is anyone suffering from any minor mind fallout at all?
Yeah.
Okay. And then
No.
does anybody have any mind or blood stress that they need help with? Okay.
Mine was cleared out when I took my
Maybe, but-
last
I
fall.
mean, I do have blood stress, but it's only 4, so I'm not worried about it.
It's only a giant gaping wound in this area. I'm not going to say anything about it. It's fine.
Jeff told me if I have blood stress, I can't remove it anymore. So
For now, it'll go away at a certain point.
So does anybody want help or not?
I'm good.
Above board, yes. Malik won't ask you for it.
Okay, so she's gonna say, "Oh, that's now. Why didn't you say anything?"
I was considering following him into the temple. I was actually quite curious.
Well, maybe you should focus on yourself. That way you can be in tip-top shape to help us.
I mean, you can only see a little bit of bone. It'll be fine.
Well, maybe I can help with that. So I'm going to attempt to heal him using my body.
Sure.
One of the bees comes out.
And stings me in the eye.
Make sure to warn Malik that this might sting.
This might sting.
We're going to finish, Jeff, with only 4 minutes to go.
So is that-
OBS
is that-
crashed.
Between that
no.
and I echo
Are
that
you
statement.
assisting Dante?
I actually have the mend skill. I could
I
help.
know.
Yeah, I'll help. Why not?
Okay.
With that terrible pun, it distracts you from the pain.
Your wordplay actually wounds my mind. I may need to go to that temple.
I like to think that I was the 9 there, all right? Yeah.
So he'll heal you for 2 stress. Now, you did say that you were suffering from a little bit of blood stress, Zenobe?
No, it got cleared when I took the fallout.
You sure you don't need help, Zenobe?
I am in another dimension right now. I
Oh,
moved
sound
to the
can't
temple.
travel through it? Okay. All right, she won't go through there just to be passive aggressive, so.
Okay, so as everyone kind of spreads out, goes in different directions, I know that Zenobe went into her little pocket dimension. Malik, you expressed interest in following. Did you actually follow eventually?
If there's still time to do so after...
It's like an hour. Yeah. Yeah, so once that happens, it's fine. Everyone's
He
kind of
won't
spread
say
out.
anything. He doesn't want to interrupt Zenobe, but he will sit and quietly observe.
Mm-hmm.
Be as
Where-
respectful as he knows how.
Yeah, you get in there and you can just see it's like this. You're not even really sure how you're breathing as everything's underwater. You just see bubbles kind of coming up. You see this beautiful coral temple. And you see others kind of coming from this dark waters that seem to surround it, just kind of appear and kind of like pilgrimages moving towards the central temple.
Can I have an ability I can use once per delve,
Yeah, go for it.
where I can, for whatever reason, small creatures will be attracted to me. If there are things here, they can be used as a D8 resource. I would like to summon forth some sort of creatures that can be left. If there's something that seems to be the prominent species here, summon forth something that kind of lay itself before them to be an offering.
There are schools of shimmering fish that you periodically see that kind of contrasted with the dark waters that seem to encompass the area, like really, really stand out. And so that's likely the best candidate for this.
Okay, I'll make sure to summon them as tribute. Thank you for allowing me to join you in your holy sanctum, Zenobe.
Zenobe is completely ignoring you right now. He
Yeah,
seems focused on starting a ritual of his own.
So one other thing that I'm wondering about, since this is like a game of where we can negotiate some things, she's gonna like not be able to ignore her buboes, and like she starts fidgeting with them, and she lances one.
Ugh. Okay.
And I'm wanting to know if possibly by lancing that, I could combine that with my spitting teeth to make that a major echo.
Absolutely. I am all for that. Okay. So I think what's going to happen is, as you specifically said, you were lancing it.
Oh,
It bursts, and it causes a cascade of bursting, and so you're going to take burst. That's what it's called.
yeah.
Oh no, I'm sorry. That's a critical fallout. Sorry, I went too high.
Too high.
I went too high. Pull it back. Actually, no. Let's just do burst, and we'll say it's like because it sounds cool. But we'll just kind of nerf it a little bit. So as you're doing it, you realize that it's not just some sort of strange like physical fluid inside, but there is like elements of whatever energy that seems to allow the heart to shift in shape. That just kind of begins to burst out. What I'm going to say is this is going to be, well, we'll say it kind of scar. It kind of creates the kind of this bursting scar, and there is some kind of disorienting looking like ether that seems to sort of float around, almost as if the sections of your face and your arms where these blisters were, they're not quite physical anymore, and they kind of morph and shift, and they create these just terrible patterns that cause anybody around to be very disoriented and disgusted with you. Any kind of social interaction that you now do for now, it's going to be ongoing, is going to be done at risky.
Okay.
So we'll call it something like that.
So teeth messed up, face messed up.
No, those went away because we combined them.
Yeah.
Okay.
But you'd look, so I figured you just look even worse than you did, and it's going to put people off. Two more things quickly before we kill for the night. Malik, while you're in the drowned queen's domain, you watch Zenobe. Zenobe's not paying attention to you. Zenobe is going through their own sort of machinations. You hear a voice in your ears, in your head, in your mind suddenly overtake you. You feel like a vibration kind of course through you, as if someone is playing heavy music underneath the water, and the vibrations are kind of going through you. And you hear this it's a handsome voice. It's not necessarily, it's feminine, but it's not necessarily one that seems particularly high pitched. It's very measured, and it just says,
"Welcome, Cleaver Malik. Although you are not one of my followers, you are free to roam here. But I must ask of you a favor."
She kind of pauses at that point. The voice pauses, waiting for your response.
And what might I do for you?
My child, Zenobe. His spirit is being torn apart. I can sense other dangers in him. Creatures pecking away at who he is. He struggles, and he wants to remain faithful. But I fear these beings will wear down his defenses. It seems they are beyond my reach. But perhaps you could aid him, for he is so devout and is deserving of our help.
Of course, I was deeply disturbed by those who goaded him into such a terrible situation with promises that I was sure to be false. It would please me to help him in his path of faith.
Yes. Go quickly with your task. I fear they will erode his very faith and memory of me. And once that is gone, the pilgrim we know as Zenobe will be no more.
I'm glad to watch. I am now aware of this problem. I must confess my ignorance in knowing how to solve it.
Yes. You will need to find someone in your dimension capable of rewriting the echo lines that course through him to separate the consciousness that is foreign from the consciousness that is meant to be in his brain. There are many who experiment with such things. Those of science, but also those of faith. Perhaps one or the other could aid you.
Yes.
And should
I have an
he-
idea.
Wonderful. I knew I could trust you. You have an odor about you that suggests an entity capable of competency.
Thank you for your hospitality. I will try not to fail you.
I know you will not. So then we're gonna shift over on a different note. And we zoom in on Lucius, who's curled up. He's sleeping on this bench. Everybody else is kind of scattered to different portions. They're resting. And you, as you're like in this little cubby hole, you see like just kind of like manifesting out of this crack in the wall, this like ectoplasm just begins to like leak and feed into the area and kind of grow and morph and shift. Causes all sorts of different lights. It's so irritating because it's waking you up or it's keeping you from falling asleep.
Yeah.
But then you see it kind of create this bipedal form. And it looks similar to you in the sense that they're wearing some kind of Delvers type gear. And it sits down and it says, "Well, hey there, champ. Look like you went through a rough time."
I don't appreciate the interruption to my nap, but you are correct.
Sure.
Got our butts handed to us.
Oh yeah. I saw. I was watching you. You fought that thing. That's you all did much better job than me and my crew. Yeah. As you can see, we were unsuccessful.
Okay, that makes sense.
Sure.
You're dead. Very dead. Okay.
Well, that's true. It's rude to point that out. I should let you know.
My apologies.
This might be your first time talking,
It
to a
is.
ghost and whatnot. That's okay. So yeah, so I just felt like maybe you could lend a hand, and I could lend you a hand. How about that? I've seen places. I've been places. I could give you I'd give you some help. I know a little bit about these tunnels. Now you think that thing was bad? Well, there's a lot worse than that here. Let me tell you. And the way your crew works, yeah, you might be able to take a few of them out, but sometimes avoiding it might be the best decision. You know what I'm saying?
After today, I think I would agree with you. So, you help us out, but first you need something from us.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, sure. See, the problem is there's my body. It's still up and moving, ambulatory, and I don't. I don't particularly care for that. I don't like that. If you could, potentially, take it out. Or
Okay.
maybe we can find a way to reinsert me into it. That would be ideal. But at the very least, I can't move on because you see, I'm tethered to that big, fleshy, ambulatory meat bag. I could really use a hand, and I could tell you all sorts of secrets, all sorts of things. No problem. I'll be useful.
I've
What do you think?
made worse decisions in my life. Yes, I think that sounds acceptable. We will, at bare minimum, put your former body down. Maybe, hopefully, we can find a way to reconstitute you into it. In exchange, you will act as a guide of forms to help us move through the more dangerous areas of the path ahead.
Yeah. It sounds great. That sounds great. Sounds like a deal. Sounds like a deal.
What is your name?
Oh, me? I'm Bobby. Yeah. Bawbee. Bobby. No, it's Bobby, not Bobby. What the hell's wrong with you? It's Bobby. You gotta. We'll work on it. No problem.
That's fine. Looking around, probably because Malik is MIA, but Esme, everyone else who is here, I'd probably flag them down, hopefully.
Oh, whoa.
What?
There's a reason I'm talking to you and not to those others.
Okay.
Those others are crazy. You're the only one here who seems, of sound mind and body.
I understand. Okay.
Let's just keep it, as the kids say, on the down low for now. And, ease them into it. You know what I'm saying?
Very well, Bobby. I will practice that. Your accent is different than what I'm accustomed to hearing on a regular basis. I will practice on it, Bobby. Yes.
You got it. Okay. All right. Good. Hey, you got some sort of object I can bust into? Is this you got like a vase or something I could just or a plant maybe?
No. How would you feel about living in my sourdough starter?
Well, that'll be a new one for me. But I'll never say.
Either that or it's my knife.
Oh, that would be fun. Yeah, put me in the knife. Yeah.
All right.
That sounds fun.
You're more than welcome to make yourself at home in my knife.
Sure. This is gonna be great. We're gonna go great. We're gonna go places. We really are. I can tell you everything you need to know.
Very well.
Whew. Yeah, it's gonna be great. Oh, I can't wait.
I trust that you can help guide me to where your body is when the time comes.
Oh, yeah, that'll be easy. No problem. Finding it's easy. Yeah, it'll be fine. I mean, third tries the charm, right? And we'll go ahead and end right there on that. As you have made a friend, Chuck.
I did. Very good. That's my second beat for tonight.
What a coincidence.
Good on you.
Yeah.
What a coincidence.
Nice.
I really wanted him to be in the sourdough starter.
I did too, but there's something I was
amazing.
gonna go for. Yeah, I was thinking about that. I
We're getting
figure,
a rise out of it.
Oh, God.
I think Jen already wrote that in chat. So
I
like
wrote
you're
that in chat.
plagiarizing. It's pixel power, isn't it? Oh, I see it. Okay, up a little further. My bad. Okay. All right. No reason to get upset. All right. Let's do a round table, closing plugs, all that kind of stuff. I think everyone hit the beats are pretty close.
Mhm.
Yeah.
We're still working on one of
Not
Adam's.
quite, but maybe next time.
We got a major that we're working on.
Yeah, once the quest is
I
done.
took a major instead of a
yeah.
minor. Yeah.
Yeah, I think Dante, the whole save a haven, like
Yeah,
I think
that's
I
like kind
think
of what we're working on now.
that's what you're
anyway.
working on. Yeah.
Yeah.
And Esme, the Vermissian, we're almost done. And
But it did take a
Zenobe-
major echo.
I should be
so
able to get mine
we're
at the
good.
start of the next
Okay.
session.
Yeah,
It's no big
gotcha.
deal.
I see you. All right. Okay. Let's do some closing plugs. Chuck, what are you doing?
Oh crap, that's me. What do we got? Well, I guess I'll start off tomorrow night, Sunday, over on Steam Steal and Murder. Jeff and I and Steven will be hanging out with Bert as he runs us through some Shadowrun. Wednesday on Defenders of Kobold, we're going to be doing some Fantasy Age. We're playing through a very heavily skewed version of the Thunder Rift setting. Doing that. Thursday, we're kicking off our Tales from the Loop game, which is roughly based on Over the Garden Wall. And Friday, we should be back for Joe to wrap up his Anvia campaign. And then, yeah, next Saturday, 9 p.m. Central, we're going to be, Jeremy and I will be over on Goodman Games Official as Bert runs us through some weird frontiers. That's what I got.
Cool,
Yeah.
cool. Mike, you got anything you want to plug?
Let's see. Yeah, Grim and Perilous has a Patreon where I do Mechanics Mondays. I'm going to start doing some on the Blackbird's Quick Start that just came out for free because we're going to be ramping up for Gen Con, and that's going to be one of the games that we run at Gen Con. So
Okay.
I need to learn about it, and other people who want to learn about it can read those.
Right on. Jen?
Hi. I do some streaming sometimes, but I haven't for a little bit. And at some point, I'll get back into it. But I got nada.
Okay. Steven, you all son of a gun?
Tomorrow I'll be on Steam Steal and Murder with Chuck and Jeff. I'm excited for that.
Okay.
And then One Ring a week from tomorrow, or a week from today.
Today. Yeah. Yeah. It was weird playing without you today. It's really weird.
You bastard.
I know. Jeremy, Patreon.
Yeah, Aaron Reese on Patreon. You've got lots of artwork, maps, RPG assets. It's a good time.
All right. For myself, Ventures in Lollygagging. Let's see. No game on Monday as it's 4th of July for us, but next Friday we'll be back playing Mothership. Catch Steven in that game. Saturday, One Ring. We also just started up a Hunter the Reckoning game. We're like 2 sessions in, so go check it out on YouTube and whatnot. It's a lot of fun. And Mondays are usually our Savage Worlds nights. We're just taking it off this Monday for the holiday. But Adam, why don't you close it down?
All right. Well, yeah, coming up at Gen Con, we are running games for Andrews McNeil. We're running Zweihander, Blackbirds, and Flames of Freedom. If you want to come and play with us, then you can sign up to play a game at Gen Con. And if you want to come run a game with us, we still have a few spots open, and we are paying $15 an hour. And you also get $20 per session ran as a per diem. And so if you're going to Gen Con and you want to spend a little bit of time making a little bit of money for some spending money there, click on that form, sign up, and maybe you'll get in a spot. We got a few left.
All right. Very cool. And then for Heart, we'll be back, 2 weeks, I think. So as long as everyone's cool. So catch us the 16th of July. And I will now try to figure out how to close down OBS, which has been not responding for about an hour and a half now, but somehow it was still streaming. So this could be a weird sign off. We might still be here talking for a few minutes as Windows tries to close it down.
Task manager.
But
Just
thanks,
end
everybody.
process.
Yeah, right.
Bye.
Thanks, everybody.
Goodbye.
Bye.